Hey guys, I'm sort of in a new place, but not in a new place. Elephant in the room. There's lots of swatches from my Marshalls video that I just filmed that you guys have probably already seen, but I'm in the same spot, but sitting back a little bit at a table. So we're gonna try this out for a little bit different of a more casual me chilling, sitting back in a chair video. So who am I? I'm Alicia, Budget Beauty. I cover all things. There's something sticky in my hair. Okay. I thought it was a sticker. I cover all things affordable fashion, beauty, style, and I bring that info to you guys, tell you where I got it, do some reviews, all that. If you are new, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. And today we are going to discuss my almost entirely full face of Believe Beauty makeup. So you guys sit down or walk around and let's get started. Okay, so Believe Beauty. If you guys have never heard of it, it is exclusively sold at Dollar General. I wish that they just sold their stuff online. I'm hoping that the more people talk about it, the more the info gets out there, the demand gets out there, that maybe they'll just start selling it online so everyone can try it, because you guys, it is really, really good and it deserves to be tried, talked about, all that. So let's just go ahead and start with, oh, and everything is under $5 and under, which that price point is amazing. Okay, so first up, pretty much my whole face today is Believe Beauty, except for my eyebrows and my mascara and liquid eyeliner. I think that's it. I think everything else pretty much is Believe Beauty. So I have a ton more products than what I'm going to show you guys today that's from Believe Beauty, but just for time's sake today, we're just going to go with what's on my face. So I started off with their Pretty and Primed Hydrating Primer. They have, I believe, 3 different primers. They have a mattifying one and maybe, I don't know if it's a color correcting, but this is the hydrating one. It is very lotiony, but not that like thick, sticky lotion. It just melts right into your skin and it's fairly hydrating. It's not that glowy, dewy, hydrating type of primer, but it does give the skin a nice little pep like a moisturizer would. And I do think that it does help your makeup stick around a little bit. And then I went in with what is one of the best natural skin finish foundations I've ever tried. I'm normally a radiant to dewy lover of foundations, but I do have a couple of just skin-like natural foundations in my collection for those days that I want that. And this one is pretty much at the top. So I have mine in Warm Vanilla. Their shade range is okay. It's not fabulous. They could do better for sure, but this foundation is just, I mean, it is so natural. It really is like second skin. It's not glowy, not dewy, not matte. It's just, it's skin-like, and it's medium to buildable coverage. You can pretty much almost get full coverage with it with 2 applications. So it is $5, you guys. I highly recommend it if you're someone that wants that really good natural look to the skin, but wants really good coverage. $5, go try it. Now, one of my holy grails of products, period, is their concealer. I absolutely love it. I go back to it all the time. I will veer away from it. It's better than the e.l.f. Camo. It's better than Tarte Shape Tape because it's not drying like those are. It is just, this is in light beige. It's just so smooth. It's like, I I'd say a medium coverage, but you can build it. It does not crease. It's just, it's amazing, you guys. Like, I love this concealer so much. Please, 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 if you have a Dollar General near you, vicinity of you, please try it and let me know what you think, because I bet it becomes one of your favorite concealers for sure. Okay, next up, I'm gonna go with still more of the cream base products. So they have these sticks. This is the highlighter stick in Disco. But as you can tell, it looks more like a bronzing stick than it does a highlighting stick. So that's exactly what I used it for today, for the outer perimeter, cheekbones, and even to sculpt the nose before I went in with the powder one. My advice with this, do not directly apply it with the stick on your face or it will lift your foundation. What I do instead, I went in with this little angled, this is actually supposed to be a foundation brush from Shein. I'm not sure that it's actual She Glam brand because they have some other like makeup tools that aren't She Glam, but it is from the Shein site for sure. So it's this fluffy angled foundation brush, and I will just directly swipe it on here and then use it to sculpt out the face. And that way it does not lift off the foundation. It's really beautiful in the tint. It goes on really smooth. It looks like the skin gives a nice glow and warmth. I really enjoy it. Just use a brush. And then also they have this all over liquid skin illuminator. And this is one that you can either apply as a highlighter or mix it in with your foundation, is what I meant to do today and I forgot. So what I did instead is I just put a little on the back of my hand here. And I'll just show you what it looks like. It's really, really pretty, really glowy. There's a lot of products like this that this dupes. But look, it's just like so smooth, like you're just second to your skin, but like glowy. So I actually took that today and just pat it over my foundation and up here in this area where I wanted to glow and on this part of my nose, and to add that glow factor. But what I meant to do was put it in the foundation. So that's what I suggest using it for, but it's just that beautiful, you know, skin illuminator that there's way more expensive than this. I think this one's $3 or $4, so well worth the money. And then one of the best blushes are these little pot blushes. They came out right about when the cream blushes were starting to take off. So before the e.l.f. one, before the Milani one, there was the Believe Beauty one. And I have this in Tropical Sunset. I think they might have 3 shades. I have another one that's more of a mauve tone, but this one, holy cow, you guys. It is super, super pigmented. It goes on matte, but not dry. It doesn't emphasize texture. It's just so smooth and like, I mean, I put this on hours and hours and hours ago and it is still very vibrant. So I like to take this Wet n Wild brush. This is my secret weapon when it comes to cream blushes. It's perfect for applying it. It's this angled one here. I just dip all in here, swirl it around, and then look at that. Look at that beautiful tropical coral color, you guys. It is, but like it's so smooth. I mean, it's amazing. Everyone should own these. Even though it looks really tiny, I've had this for over a year and there's still tons of product in it. The mauve one is gorgeous. It's like a pinky mauve, is gorgeous as well. You guys, get this and tell me if it's not better than the e.l.f. cream blushes. All right, next up, I believe we have setting powder. So here's what their loose setting powder is. This is in translucent. And I know that they have other shades. I just got translucent because that's what I like pretty much. Either that or like a banana powder. Sometimes even a light pink one, but I don't like them to have like shades of like skin tones to my setting powders because it's too hard to find the right one, and then it ends up looking muddy or bad. So this setting powder is really, really good. I set my under eyes with it. As you can see, it's not creased at all. I like to spot set. I know there's spot concealing, which I did do today because I've got some breakouts going on here. But I also like to take a little bitty, I should have brought it in here with me, but it's a little bitty Real Techniques brush. And it's one of those multi-purpose ones that come in a pack of 4 and you can use them for all sorts of things. And I will just dab that in and spot set my little blemishes, and then under the eyes and sometimes like right here where that line creases, and a little bit on my chin. And you don't even need it all over your face unless you're wanting to be a little bit more mattified, which it is more of a natural powder. I wouldn't say it's mattifying. It's not glowy either, but it's just very fine, sets everything down really nicely, doesn't crease, doesn't cause drying. It's a great powder, and I think it's $3 or $4 as well. All right, next up I went ahead and sometimes I would just leave it at that cream and that's it, but I decided I wanted to show you guys more of the product. So I did do a powder bronzer. This is In the Tropics bronzing powder in Tahitian Sun. It is this really pretty swirly marbled bronzer. It's really, really, really soft, blends in really nicely. It has a tiny glow to it, but not too bad. It's not like, there's no glitter in it. There's nothing like that. It's just a very soft, smooth bronzer, and the shade's pretty warm. So I did that, outer perimeters, contoured the nose. And then for blush, I went in with High Tea is the shade. And this one is a super pretty corally peach. And it actually pairs perfectly with this. If you want to set your cream powder, sometimes it'll change the whole like shade of the cream powder, but this goes perfectly with that. It's again a very smooth light peach color with a tiny bit of a little sheen to it. Super, super pretty. And then highlighter, I used, here we go. Oh, that's right. I was like, I'm gonna show them every product I have, which this doesn't even come close. I've got tons more, Believe Beauty. But I did pull this one out as well. It is a more like glowy bronzer in Toasted Bronze, just because I wanted to show you guys it. Really pretty. It's also pretty as a topper. And then for highlight, these little triple trio highlighter palettes are so good. They're $4. You get 3 highlighters in them. I have this one, and then there's another one that's a little bit lighter, I believe, than even this one is. And this is in Sandstorm. So I took this kind of pink rose gold shade right here, did a little bit of highlighting on the nose, and then I took this little bit lighter gold and did the highlighting of the forehead. And they're so pretty. They're $4. They're smooth. I don't think that they're too blinding. It's funny, I've heard some people say they're not blinding enough. I know Juicy Jazz loves these, and she says like these are like the bam, super intense highlight, but I don't think that. I think it's right in the middle. I think it provides just enough glow without being too much. Isn't that pretty? That's the like rose gold one. This is the lighter gold one. And then we have this more bronzy deep gold one. How pretty is that? I mean, look at these colors together. They're gorgeous, okay? So really smooth, not chunky, beautiful on the skin. Highly recommend the highlighter palette. Now for the eyes, oh no, hold on. I've got to grab something. To be continued. I'm back. I had to grab this. I've got to show you guys because I've got a lot of Believe Beauty favorites, but I've got maybe 3 that are just absolute holy grails that I use almost daily. One was the concealer. One is this eyeshadow primer. Let's see, Lock It In eyeshadow primer. It just, you know, sometimes eyeshadow primers can be really liquidy. Sometimes they can be super tacky and sticky. The Wet n Wild one is also really good for the price, but it's very tacky. It will actually ruin brushes if you put it on too quick after applying the primer. Your brushes will get hard and never go back to being fluffy and soft. This one is almost like a concealer. It rubs in really nicely. I mean, it really doesn't even feel sticky, maybe slightly tacky, and it makes your eyeshadows pop, makes them stay. I use it pretty much every time I do my eyeshadow. And then my other holy grail is I don't even want to tell you guys. I don't want to tell you guys because a lot of times I go and they're out. You guys don't make me not be able to get my holy grail retractable gel liner. This is in Caviar, which is their black. This one and the Milani one are my 2 favorite ones. It's super black, really smooth, stays put, glides right on, really opaque. I love it so much. I also have it in a mauve color. There's a green color, a khaki color, green color. They are excellent, you guys. Highly recommend. Do not sell me out where I cannot get it anymore, but amazing. And then I went in with their eyeshadow. So I did 2 different palettes today. These palettes actually, they're $4. They're 6-pan palettes. Their quality for for $4 is outrageous. And these 2 together are the perfect, like, neutral, rose, warm palette. I mean, this together looks like it could be a Natasha Denona palette. I mean, really, right? Super pretty. So I went in on the lid with this beautiful shade here. Their mattes are very pigmented. They are very powdery. Powder will fly everywhere, I will say that, but it wipes away really easily. So pigmented, blends like a dream. I mean, really smooth. I just love it. I use that on the lid. The brow bone right here, upper crease brow bone, I use this taupe color. And then on the lower lash, I have this brown. It's one of my favorite browns in all of my collection because it doesn't pull like brownish pink. It doesn't pull muddy looking. It's just this true chocolate brown. It's very pigmented. And then I just brought that over like 3/4 of the way. And to continue on under the eye, I did this kind of coral bronzy shade right here just to lighten the corners a little bit. And then I went in with this shimmer. Their shimmers are also like so pretty. We have that one and that one. I mean, for $4 for this whole palette, they're just incredible. So I use this middle one just in the inner corner here, not inner corner here, but inner corner of the lid, just to give it like a little bit of something. And then I love this top one up here, which is this one, as the brow bone highlight. It pops, and it's so smooth because sometimes if you put them on the brow bone and they're like chunky or dry, it just doesn't look good. But I only used this shade out of this palette today, but this one right here is fairly similar to this one up here. This one's just a little bit more pinky. This one's a little bit more of a like champagne shimmer, and you guys, they're so good. I have the blue one as well. This one is called Love Struck. This one is called Nearly Nude. Fantastic. And then lastly, for the lips, their lip liner and lipsticks are also just amazing. So this is Almost Rose, and it's actually pretty mauve color, and it goes perfectly with this Moroccan Spice. I think it's so pretty to do kind of a mauve liner with a little bit warmer toasty center. Toasty nude center is a pretty combo. So here's what the Moroccan Spice looks like. These are so smooth and creamy. It's matte, but it's not drying. It's just like a creamy matte somehow. That might be an oxymoron, but and then these together, what did I do here? Look how pretty, see? They just go perfectly together. I just absolutely love it. And you guys, do not sleep on Believe Beauty. I have more that I can show y'all another time, but in the meantime, you guys go get it. Let me know what you got. And as always, have fun shopping, budget shopping. Bye.